Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Yes, we are going to talk about the show, and it's actually been 3 weeks here on Twitch so far. And let me tell you guys, I am enjoying it because uh, I'm actually making a name for myself over here. So, if you guys were wondering, I've actually, succeeded the first 2 weeks, and now we're on the third one. So, yeah, it's pretty cool in a way. So let's talk about the DJ Aaron Radio Friday night flagship show. Well, I've been doing this show since I should say late 2011, and it carried on throughout the SDP days and um, long after that. I kind of took a break from Fridays uh, last year because, uh, you know, being on a same streaming site with the old broadcasting group, I had to switch things around a little bit, and I really didn't like switching it around. So I was doing a Saturday night flagship show for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move it back to Friday because Friday was my original day. Um, what you guys will end up seeing during the Friday night flagship show or hearing during the Friday night flagship show is a lot of good tunes. And I'm just now getting back most of the, should I say, original stuff that I used to play somewhat. And, if anybody has tuned into the show back in 2012 ish to 2014 ish, you would probably know half of the music that I've actually played. And I think I got most of it back already as far as, as you can see and hear. So, yeah, I pretty much am getting, kind of the old stock of music back, as far as how I can do all these things. I've got some of the songs from Foster the People's album Torches, and um, I've been missing these songs for like a couple years, so it's good to have them back in a way. So, so you're going to hear um, some of the songs that pretty much you guys missed out on from the show last year. So, what I'm doing now is I'm taking the show back to basics. And now somebody, and some people probably would be like, oh, he's, trying to repeat what he's actually done. No, I'm not doing that. And, you know, there has been people that has left the chat room because I didn't have their song, uh, you know, in the list or whatever. So I got to appeal to other people as well. And that's just how it is. So when you hear stuff on the Friday night flagship show, you're hearing a lot of the old stuff. You're hearing some new stuff. You'll hear stuff that you haven't even heard before because a lot of the stuff that I have in the first MP3 folder is pretty much stuff I have but didn't play, or stuff that I've played and people forgot about. So it's always nice to have music at your disposal when you need it. So I don't I don't really think that, I'm like trying to play the same stuff again and again and again, but it's pretty much what people want to hear. And I try to play what people want to hear on a, should I say, every Friday basis, because there's tons of music here, and people, there's no shortage of music, so there's never any shortage. So, I mean, pretty much have a lot of stuff in this folder. I have a lot of stuff in this folder, which is pretty much all my rips. Any CD that I get at the thrift store, or basically a CDR copy of a vinyl album, will pretty much go in this folder. And for most people, this is more than enough music to actually, listen to on a, should I say, Friday night flagship show basis. There's a lot I can throw in the set list. So, in a way, there's tons of music that I can actually throw in there. So, I have endless amount of music on one main hard drive, which is my 1 terabyte Western Digital. I can also have a backup on another external drive. Even my internal drive, I can have a backup. So I would have endless tunage for each show, plus a lot more. So if you guys want to know how the Friday night flagship show has literally started, well, it is no short of a miracle, basically. UXW Bill used to have a show on Friday nights. He was planning on making the switch to Wednesdays when I first knew him. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take his Friday night spot that he used to have, and I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. And after that happened, the Friday night flagship show was born. There was so much that I remember from the premiere of the Friday night flagship show. We had Weasel 2 HTM on the Skype conversations. We had DJ Kevin, we had DJ Dave Thunder, we had UXW Bill, we also had Gerard AT6, Shadow Rider 460, and I think a few others, to bring in a couple weeks of the Friday night flagship. And during that time of the last bit of 2011 into 2012 were the best times I can remember of the show, because the show within itself, was pretty new at the time, and most people didn't really know about it at the time, and it would be the best show ever on a Friday. And I think for as long as it ran in the SDP group, it was, there were some good times, there were some bad times, but, there was a lot of good times with the Friday night flagship show. And, there was a time where I had to step back, but there was also a time to step forward because, you know, from 2015, 2016, 2017, and now here in 2018, the Friday Night Flagship Show is still here. It is still going strong. Um, to bring the Friday Night Flagship Show here to Twitch, and I will talk about that here in just a moment, is that even though the show has moved to another site, doesn't mean we actually stop the fun. I mean, the fun continues. We have sometimes Discord conversations on the show, and they can be very fun and funny in some way. We've actually had that quite a bit. And in this, video, I'm not really talking smack about SDP like I have in past videos. The one thing that, people have got to remember was every Friday night show, whether it was an SDP or not an SDP, was still considered a lot of fun. As much as everyone was down each other's throats sometimes, it was, the most fun you could still have, considering that sometimes people didn't agree, or they wouldn't agree to they would disagree to not agree at times, but it was still pretty good. Now, today, being 2018, the show is, pretty much back to where it was square one. And the reason why it's back to where it was square one is moving to Twitch and to do the show on a site that is originally typically for gamers is a very tough challenge within itself. Most people don't realize that, Twitch isn't just for gamers, but it is very hard to, start out very small and then raise yourself higher. Right now, it's still a challenge because, every now and then my streaming software will take a dump on me, like during a stream. But, these are just little hurdles we have to get over and move on and still keep doing the show the best way it can be done. And, to move to Twitch, I remember the first week I did quite a few streams and they did very well. The week of streams was something I haven't even done before, but I had to open the channel in kind of a big way. Obviously, there are people on here that I do know, so I'm not alone here on Twitch. So it's pretty cool. Once you see the Friday Night Flagship Show in a totally different light, you begin to see where it all comes from and where it all comes together. It's not like a show that you see on other sites like iVlog or Vaughn Live or Cam Up, or this show pretty much has its own thing. And when I wanted to move the show to Twitch, I had to jump on it at a certain point in time because, you know, um, you move the show just when, you know, 2017 has ended and when 2018 has arrived and stuff. You bring it out at a good time, you're going to get views. Like, you know, I remember the very first Friday night flagship show, I had like 7 or 8 views. The second Friday night flagship show did even better. And each show progresses. So, moving to a site, like I said, that is originally just for gamers. I mean, they have non-gaming categories as well. And I think I've actually mentioned this in the other video or the live video I did. It's pretty much, you set up an account, you set up your streaming coding software to Twitch. You gotta have OBS basically, but you set up your streaming software to Twitch. You can use Wirecast on here. So basically, when you set up Twitch, you just need whatever server you're connecting to here on Twitch, but you just enter in you just copy and paste your stream key in and you're ready to go. So, Twitch is very easy to set up. However, it is a little bit difficult to navigate. But when you have the followed channels here on the side, it does make it easy to navigate to any channel you want. So when you do navigate, like let's just say if someone was live, like right now the hit radio The Works is actually live. So if I click on his channel or click on this side thing of followed channels, it will actually show, whoever is on or live or who's offline, etc. So that is a pretty good thing. Now, I don't do archive videos for the fact that they actually mute your audio in the actual videos. But, however, I can do clips. And I have done some clips of my show, some from 7 days, and then I can click all. And this is pretty much all the clips that I have here. Granted, they're not in order, but, they're pretty cool. I mean, you could do clips, different clips, collections, events. So you can actually set up an event. I need to set up another one for this Friday night flagship show. And then, let's see here. We do have the countdown timer, which actually the show starts in 16 hours, which I think is very good with that. So, it's a work in progress. Not every show is going to be perfect. Not every show is going to be flawless, but in a sense, I think people can get the idea why I have moved to Twitch and why I had made the decision to do it. Is there going to be kind of a hate towards my show with certain people? Absolutely. There's always going to be some sort of hate. I have people that really don't like me, and I don't like them. But do I dwell on it? No, I don't dwell on it because that's not going to make me a better person in the end. If I keep dwelling on it, You know, like the Star Wars movie The Last Jedi. It's all about letting the past go away. It's all about letting the past just fade away. And this is now, and this is what I'm focused on, and this is how I'm going to do it. Because I am more worried about what's happening right now with the show than what I was worried about in the past. So, you know, right now in the moment, it's all about giving you guys a good show. It's all about giving you guys, you know, the entertainment that you want, whether it's, you know, a certain song request that you want, etc. You know, it's all about appealing to the audience. It's not about appealing to the trolls or the people that actually hate this DJ. That's not what it's all about. What it's about is having fun, pretty much doing what I want to do, and just go ahead and do it. Now, is the Friday Night Flagship show going to be around forever? Probably not. But at this point in time and the way it is right now, you could bet it will be around for the next couple of years. And there's going to always be people out there to watch it. And, you know, there's always going to be good people out there. There's always going to be bad people out there. There's going to be people that hate your show. There's going to be people that love your show. You know, it's all about the critics. And, you know, the old broadcasting group is the critics. Are they bad critics? I can say yes. They're not very good critics at all. But I used to be one of them back in the day. But I'm not going to dwell on that because they are the past and this is the future. So I'm not going to sit there and like kind of dwell on the past because, you know, past is the past. So we're here right now in the moment, and that's what we're doing. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Peace out, practice and enjoy, and we'll see you guys later.